Uh-oh. The Kolin players are complete crazy people. He just did that. No confirm. Did you just see what he tried to do? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is God, this is... If I lose to this, I'm gonna stop the stream. He just did that. No confirm again. Oh my god. Oh my god. This... I think half of my brain melted away playing this match.
You win.
Okay. He's gonna be alive, but just barely. Okay. Actually, I disagree. It might bring in revenue. I think people will be interested in that. It goes so much outside of the norm. Everyone is speaking about it, right? I mean, I think it's already provided more press. Wow, he actually did that. I think it already provided more press than any Capcom Pro Tour event can hope for. How interesting it would be. I mean, somebody pointed out, how interesting would it be for, like, to see Ricky Ortiz completely annihilate Silver League players? I'm not quite sure about that. Very much appreciated. Sub hype in chat. Man, Ruddy Lee must feel really bad because he's been getting annihilated based on jump-in reads. There's no way he wants to do that. Is this guy for real? We can play the fireball game, so let's do it. Go. Play the fireball game. See, that was an option select. And that was just a parry on reaction. Got him. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. But like, do I have to commentate that? Every single time he does that. I've seen women in the FGC say that it's an insult. Women's only league is an insult to them, and they're right. It is kind of insulting, and definitely this problem is there. The question is, does the positive outweigh the negative stuff that comes out of it? I argue no, but you can make the argument. You can absolutely go there and say that overall it's a positive move. My issue with it really is it implies there is some kind of problems that we need to address. That's one of the problems that I also see. Like, and this discussion always occurs when there's not a 50-50 split between men and women, and that happens a lot, and it's not necessarily an indication of a problem. God damn, this does so much stun. Ah, that's disgusting. I can't speak for them though. You can never speak for anyone. Like, I've already talked about this problem. If that's your concern when talking about any topic, you can never speak for anyone. Women can't speak for men, and men can't speak for women, and an individual can't speak for another one, because we're all individuals and our situations are all slightly different. So this isn't always a weak argument to make. I shouldn't be talking about this because I'm not part of the group that is being talked about. Always weak. Like, you're implying there's a good reason why they're not there, that men are being toxic or hostile or whatever. And I think that's actually a big problem, because inadvertently it's gonna make it so that women who are interested in the community are gonna be hesitant to enter tournaments, because there's a heavy implication that they're gonna experience harassment and they're gonna have a bad time. And I don't think we should push for that as a result. It's one of the reasons why I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, but why market it to the women? Why? Like, why not just say, if you're a woman, then you're welcome just like anyone else? Isn't that like one of the key aspects about the FGC that people boast about all the time? That, oh, if you have a quarter, you can play. Back in the days when arcades were actually big and everything, right? Wasn't the whole premise to be like, it doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're black, if you're white, if you're male, or if you're female, you put a quarter in, you play the game, and that's it. So anyone can enter, right? That's the idea. And people are really proud about that, about the FGC. And I feel like we're messing with this principle when we start to make moves that heavily imply that there's some kind of problem that we're trying to solve. And this is also something like whenever there's like a bad interaction with a woman in the FGC, it's always big news, right? We always hear about that. But this kind of stuff happens all the time as well. And I always bring up the Luffy argument, because when Luffy won Evo, like, people did not want to give him that win. They said, oh, it's because Rose is broken. If Luffy had been a female competitor, we would have had a discussion about sexism immediately. And this is where I always bring up the argument that whenever you break up the norm, people will try to make stupid excuses. And the reason why people didn't want to give Luffy the win at Evo 2014 was because he's a European player. And the expectation was a Japanese player is going to win.
Round one.
Right? So whenever that happens, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, like, people are going to make that stupid argument whenever you break up the expected outcome. For both men and women, there are women who oppose the idea, and there are men who oppose the idea, and there are both men and women who are in favor of the women's only league. And honestly, you can make good arguments for both sides. Like, I think it's kind of important, even though I'm leaning towards one side, I'm open to the idea that this is actually a good thing as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like, just because I have this opinion does not mean I'm gonna be right about it. So maybe, I guess we'll see. Oh my god, I messed up. Haha, got him. Good neutral jump. Right, anything that is harmful to the brand, and like, trust me, companies never make decisions based out of like any moral act. Companies are companies, they're there to make money, and that's about it. How is he so prepared for that? Yeah, any vocal minority, if they are upset about something, they have to cave in because it's gonna put them. If you don't agree with the oppressed group, then you're bad, and they can't afford to do that. But I don't think this is a particularly new issue.